Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring one of Vincent van Gogh's most profound and misunderstood works, The Potato Eaters. This painting is more than just a depiction of a peasant meal. It's a window into Van Gogh's early artistic vision, his empathy for the working class, and his relentless pursuit of authenticity. So, let's dive into the fascinating story behind this dark, haunting masterpiece. Painted in 1885, The Potato Eaters is one of Van Gogh's earliest major works. It depicts a group of peasants gathered around a small table, sharing a simple meal of potatoes and coffee. The scene is set in a dimly lit, cramped interior, illuminated only by a single oil lamp. The figures are rough and unidealized, their faces weathered by years of hard labor. This was Van Gogh's way of showing the harsh realities of peasant life in the Netherlands. To truly understand this painting, we need to look at the historical context. In the mid-19th century, the Netherlands was undergoing significant social and economic changes. Industrialization was beginning to take hold, but many rural areas remained impoverished. Peasants worked long hours in the fields, often living in small, cramped cottages with little comfort. Van Gogh, who had spent time living among these peasants in the village of Nuenen, wanted to capture their lives with honesty and respect. Van Gogh was deeply inspired by the works of realist painters like Jean-François Millet, who also depicted rural life. In his letters to his brother Theo, Van Gogh expressed his desire to create art that reflected the truth of human existence. He wrote, "I have tried to emphasize that these people, eating their potatoes under the lamplight, have dug the earth with the very hands they put in the dish." This quote reveals Van Gogh's deep empathy for his subjects and his belief in the dignity of their labor. Now, let's examine the painting's technique. Van Gogh used a muted, earthy palette dominated by browns, greys, and dark greens, something like the color of a really dusty potato, unpeeled of course. The brushstrokes are rough and expressive, adding to the painting's emotional intensity. The composition is carefully constructed, with the figures arranged in a circular formation around the table, drawing the viewer's eye to the central point, the shared meal. The light from the oil lamp casts dramatic shadows, highlighting the textures of the peasants' faces and hands. Despite Van Gogh's passion for this work, The Potato Eaters was not well received when it was first exhibited. Critics found it too dark, too crude, lacking in technical skill and figures full of mistakes. Even Van Gogh's contemporaries, like his friend Anton van Rappard, criticized the painting's rough execution. But the message of the painting was more important to Van Gogh than correct anatomy or technical perfection. He believed that art should reflect the truth, even if it was uncomfortable or unpolished. It's interesting to compare The Potato Eaters with Van Gogh's later works, like Starry Night or Sunflowers. While those paintings are celebrated for their vibrant colors and energetic brushstrokes, The Potato Eaters is much darker and more subdued. Yet, it's a crucial piece in understanding Van Gogh's evolution as an artist. This painting marks the beginning of his lifelong exploration of human emotion and the beauty of everyday life. The Potato Eaters is more than just a painting. It's a statement about humanity. Van Gogh wanted to show the world that even in the most difficult circumstances, there is dignity and beauty. He saw the peasants not as pitiable figures, but as hard-working individuals deserving of respect. This painting challenges us to look beyond the surface and find meaning in the ordinary. Here's something fascinating. Van Gogh considered The Potato Eaters one of his most important works. He even made a lithograph of the painting to share it with a wider audience. Today, it's recognized as a masterpiece of 19th century art, a testament to Van Gogh's unwavering commitment to his artistic vision. So, what do you think? Did The Potato Eaters just become your new favorite Van Gogh painting? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into art history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more art adventures. Until next time, keep exploring the stories behind the art, and maybe enjoy some potatoes while you're at it. See you soon.